Hello there. Welcome back to my channel, Healing with Kiara. I'm just gonna try to keep things somewhat short. Um, so we'll see how that works out. So I'm just gonna get one card from the Prisma Visions Tarot, and then a clarifying card from the Prisma Visions Oracle. Just gonna get one card and see what Spirit wants to say, and I'll just get whatever oracle cards that I feel most drawn to. So we have the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Ooh, and the Three of Swords. So you could have I was picking up on it's like you're in a place where you're learning how to take care of yourself or nurture yourself, or maybe you've always been like stable and independent, but now you're learning how to take care of yourself in deeper ways or pay like a closer attention to the details. um Learning how to like open up and like bloom or like grow, just like knowing how to like nurture yourself, give back to yourself, take care of yourself. Yeah, you may have always been like kind of set up or independent, or like get it on your own, live on your own, pay for yourself, be like independent in some way. But now you're learning how to like tend to your garden or like nurture your inner self, or you're starting to bloom like in a different way. You're like just learning or just beginning how to nurture yourself, give back to yourself, take care of yourself in new and different ways than you're used to. You maybe were like so independent that you weren't able to take care of yourself before. So now you're like learning to balance that or something. Ooh, we have the Ten of Embers. So, and the Fighter underneath that. So it's like, oof, and the Eight of Embers. So it's like you could have been the type of person that, like, no matter how hard something was, no matter how difficult something was getting, you just continue to persevere forward, or like fight through some sort of circumstances, or like say you your job was just getting like so toxic, but it's like you um or you relied on it in some way, or you were so used to just like the hustle. You were just like trying to keep up with like being able to maintain, or like take care of yourself or be independent in some way. So like no matter how bad something was getting, no matter how much it was affecting you, it was like getting to the point where it's like you couldn't really like move forward anymore because there was just so much chaos around you that you were just having to like protect yourself any way that you could, and you were just continuing to persevere or fight through this or try to like dodge it or just manage it the best you could. So like say you had like some sort of chronic pain or like some sort of health issue that was like building up, it's like no matter how inconvenient that was getting for you, is like preventing you from being able to like move forward or take care of yourself, or like yeah, it was just really painful, or it's like you were just trying to dodge it or work through it or fight through something like the best you could. um and now you're having to like make a change and learn how to like nurture yourself or take care of yourself or put more attention into yourself in some way. 'Cause it's like you continue to fight through or persevere through or just like make something work for you. um or yeah, just like you were just trying to like dodge the chaos or just like make it work or like fight through some sort of circumstances or like the way something was, even if it was like affecting you or affecting your health, affecting your ability to take care of yourself. But now something has happened here. It's like something has came in and it's just been like so swift, chaotic and sudden in some way that it's like now you can't just continue to like fight through, or like you can't ignore what's going on, or it's like you're at the end of the road. Like you have no choice but to like make some sort of a change or make some sort of a shift, and it's happening like really really swiftly. So this could have been thrust upon you in some way. You're having to like shift up your routine like really really quickly. So now you have more free time, or you're like more focused towards or you could be like forced to then focus on like your health or taking care of yourself or like getting yourself back to like a good common ground within yourself, or yeah, getting yourself back to like a stable place so that you can continue to take care of yourself. Because like okay, you were so worried about like keeping up with everything and like, you know, taking care of everything monetary wise and like maintaining, keeping it all up, right? That then you were like neglecting your health or neglecting self-care or like neglecting nurturing yourself in some way. And so now it's like you took it so far, or like something was like thrust upon you, or some sort of shift has been brought about, or it's like things have like come to a place of like no return in some way, to where then it's like everything that you were ignoring or neglecting is now pushing you or forcing you to pay attention to it or look at it in some way. So then you're forced to like disrupt your routine. It's like if you don't make a change and like take care of yourself better or focus on your health or nurture yourself more, make more time for self-care in some way, then you're not even going to be able to continue to work and maintain everything else, or like your home or your finances or whatever you have to keep up with. It's like that you yeah, you were so focused on that you were neglecting something else. But then now it's like if you don't give attention to whatever you were neglecting, then you're not even going to be able to fight through and continue to work for whatever it is you were working for in the first place. And it could have been like your home, or like being independent, being able to take care of yourself, your family, um paying the bills, paying for your house, keeping the lights on, right? So it's like whatever your end goal was, is like you're not even going to be able to get there anyways. If you continue to neglect one aspect of taking care of yourself, or something that is really drawing your attention here. So then, yeah, you're being forced to, you're being put in a position where you're like forced to make a switch up, change up in your routine, pay more attention to something here in your life, nurture something differently, um, bring back like a balance. So we have the high priestess, and then we have the eight of trees in the reverse. Clarifying here. So with the eight of trees, it's seeing like, again, I'm getting this energy of like maybe your home, like where you live, is really expensive, but you're trying to be able to, it's like a safe area or something, or there's something to it to where it's like a nice place to live, but it's a lot to maintain or a lot to upkeep. And so you were having to like sacrifice and work really hard in order to get to be a part of some sort of community or get to live in some specific place. But then it's like if you don't, like, if, yeah, it's like you could have been making that sacrifice in a certain way to a fault, where then it's like if you don't start to take care of yourself more, then um it doesn't even matter where you live, right? It's like then there's no point in living in like the nicest, safest like area if your health isn't even right to where you can't like go out and enjoy like what's around you. So with the high priestess, I'm getting it's like your intuition, or it's like you have some sort of inner knowing of like what you need to do or the changes that you need to make, or like um the direction that you need to go in. It's like you already knew this all along, but you were just kind of like ignoring it or like ignoring your intuition. But it's like you know exactly like what you need to walk away from, or what you need to remove from your life or cut out of your life, or you know exactly what changes need to be made here. um we have like one half of the fruit on the ground here and the other half is in their hands. So it's like you know how to separate out like what is serving you and what isn't, and like what fruits to like hang on to and take with you, and like what to walk away from and leave behind because it's like no longer serving you. It's like you are deep down, you already know like exactly what you need to do or how you need to go about something in order to move in a healthier direction or like a better space for yourself. It's like you could have been knowing this, or like been getting like, your intuition was starting to trigger you or just starting to tell you, but it's like you were kind of like ignoring it, but then now something has come in and there's been some sort of major shift to where it's like, or I just heard, like, say you live in this really nice area, but you don't have a lot of time for the upkeep around it. But say there's like these strict HOA codes, or there's just some sort of strict like codes to where you have to have like your landscaping look a certain type of way. And so you have been working so hard to like pay for it or to upkeep it in some way that you haven't had the time to like nurture it or take care of it, or like do the things that you need to do like around the property for it to be like up in code. And so then now like you're getting some sort of threat, or some sort of like, your neighborhood is upset with you, or it's like something is happening to where you're being forced to like look at what's around you and what you need to like nurture more or take care of more. But it's like before you were just so worried about like being able to make enough money to be like financially comfortable, so you didn't have the time to like pick your weeds or plant some type of grass or do something with your landscaping or something. And then now you've got like a notice from your neighborhood or your HOA or your county or whatever, saying like, hey, if you don't do this then you're going to get evicted, or if you don't do this you have to move, or um, a whole whatever it is. And so then you're like, oh my gosh, like it's now you're like some sort of windfall or something has happened here to the where it's then like forcing you to make an adjustment or make some sort of switch up and be like, okay, then like if I don't, if I get like, you know, asked to leave because I'm not like taking care of my weeds or like the upkeep around the property, then there's no point if I have X amount of money in the bank to make sure that I can afford like the house or something. So then you're like forced to like readjust the way that you were like doing things or investing your time in order to be able to like take care of everything a little bit better. Um, Something like that. It's like, what's the point of like, yeah, working to live here if um we can't even like don't even have the time to make it like nice on the outside, and then like all of our neighbors hate us and we like don't even fit into the community or something. Um so yeah, for some of you it's like you may need to like readjust or rethink the type of area that you want to live in, or where you want to live, or like what your goals are. So it's like for those of you that kind of felt like maybe you needed to go somewhere else, or like think differently about your living situation, or um yeah, just like readjust like the way that like the type of area that you thought you needed to live in or something, then yeah, this could be like confirmation that it's like exactly where you need to move or where you need to go, or that it's like time to like remove yourself from a certain environment. um, so that you can like better take care of yourself, or yeah, like maybe you're living in this like really, really expensive area because it's supposedly like nicer and safer, but then there's going to be some sort of like downfall, or something's going to happen really chaotically to make you realize like, okay, I should actually want to live in an area where it's like easiest and best for me to like take care of myself or nurture myself or be at peace in some way. um that's like more satisfying. Also, yeah, like you could have, with the fighter underneath here, you could have like, whatever's going on here, like say like back to the scenario like with your neighborhood and the HOA, like you could have stuck around and tried to like fight with them and like figure this out. And then now you're just kind of realizing like going in a totally different direction might actually serve me more, or I may be like more satisfied or able to take care of myself better or be more prosperous if I just completely relocate. And it's like, you know exactly which direction you're being called to or that would serve you more. um so yeah, there's some element to it where it's like you tried to stay in it and like fight through it or deal with it, or like um make the best that you could, or just like fight the circumstances in some way, but now something is happening to where it's like finally pushing you in a position to where you see that like maybe just removing yourself, so that you can better take care of yourself, is the best option for you at this time. It's like you're seeing whatever your goal was or whatever you were working towards like in a different light now, to where then you're like your priorities are changing. It's like you no longer feel like, living in like the nicest like area or house is the most important. It's like living somewhere where you can afford to take care of yourself, nurture yourself, give back to yourself, like have free time. um, being in more of like a nature environment than like an overgrown city type of environment. Past life karma cycles. This indicates a past life is the reason why the intense energy surrounds you, the person or situation. Look into ways to clear past life karma and see the bigger picture of the situation by viewing it from a lesson perspective. Taking ownership for your part and forgiveness are key in releasing past life karma. So that's the bottom of the deck. Passion ignited, desire. Live with passion by stepping into what feeds your soul and gives you joy. When you choose to make room for this in your life, the universe responds by creating opportunities that support your soul's purpose and passion. Excellent advice. Excellent advice from Spirit. I'm going to get one more oracle card. So we have spiritual cleansing and earth. That's so funny because I was just saying like being in more of a nature environment rather than like an overgrown city environment. Um, that's so funny. So I'm going to read both of these for you. It is time for a spiritual cleansing of the body, mind, or spaces in which you reside. There is an imbalance, stuck energy, or heaviness in your environment that needs to be released before you proceed further. I'm going to read Earth. The tangible world and all that is physical in nature. What you can see, feel, and touch invites you to participate in and enjoy it. Inviting earth energy into your current situation will bring more stability at this time. Be kind to this temple of a physical body, that it is the home for your soul. It requires adequate nutrition and rest. Meditate on this symbol when you want more of a connection to the physical plane and validation of all that is here in the three-dimensional world with you. Honor it, see it, feel it, experience it with love and respect. Wow, well, that just, both of those, literally, this one said like an imbalance, and I said something about like you're learning to bring all of that back into balance and learn like how to nurture yourself, give back to yourself, take care of yourself in some way. So that just could not have confirmed everything I was saying more. um, love when that happens, right? So this was a really, really cool um, beautiful reading here. If this resonates with you, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. Um, I love when people do that. It's like each situation is so unique and different, and sometimes just the stuff that like people will comment, I'm just like, that's so crazy. I can't believe like that's what's going on in your life, and that is how you resonate with that. And it's really cool and really fun, and I really enjoy it. And I plan to stick around here and make more videos for you all. So I hope you guys plan to stick around here too. And thank you so much for watching this far into the video. If you're still here, it means a lot to me, and I hope you have a really great night. Thank you.